Well, here's the thing. Okay.
Alex, lower that.
Well, here's the
Okay. That sounds like a concert in here.
Lower it, man.
Well, here's the thing.
My husband.
Right.
Yo.
Welcome to the We Out Here MMA, not podcast, but show. Yeah, we talking things that you probably didn't know. But we taking things to places that you probably should.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to We Out Here MMA, not podcast, but show, but now podcast. Oh, my chicken wing lings. I have a wonderful show for you today. The chef has cooked up something delicious, or should I say adobo, chicken adobo. Before we get into our guest that we have here today, we have an amazing lineup of husbands. My husband at the top, my thick is Alex Acosta. Give it up.
Gang in his bitch. You already know. Fuck.
There we go. Always rubbing his hands because he's always cold. And give it up for my handsome, yet sophisticated, yet loser, but not because he's cool, Nick Dunn. Nick the ear. What's up, man?
Well, I'm a loser, dude. What the fuck?
No, but I said you weren't. But I said you weren't, dog. But I said you
That's
weren't.
so confusing, dude.
You know what's confusing is that plant has been watered for 3 weeks.
And it's still like
Is it-
brand new, bro.
Is it real or fake? That's the question.
And guess
dude.
what? The
Nobody
audience will
knows.
never know because they're
They'll
listening
never
to a
know.
podcast. And guys, we have a special guest here, someone new to the show.
Oh wow.
A new face, a face actually that I think Alice is familiar with, but I'm actually really familiar with. When I look in the mirror, I see this exact same face. I see the face of a nation with wonderful people, beautiful people. Some say the greatest nation in Southeast Asia. And that nation is the Philippines. Give it up for Deric Flores. Who just turned off his video.
Right.
Oh, my bad.
As
I'm right
soon
here. I'm right.
Right when we
My
talked
bad.
about his pretty face, he's like, nah.
So you know when a fighter is like self-conscious when you start talking about them, like I can't show my face. They turn off everything. Guys, we have a fighter in studio right now, Deric Flores. He's friends with Alex. He's got a fight this weekend. I do believe we're gonna get into that. AKA Federico. What was Alex? What were you calling him?
Federico, the
Federico,
Filipino
baby.
Flash Flores. That's his government name that we should be calling him by, but all of a sudden he goes by Deric, even though I called him Deric my whole life. But still, I want to call him Federico. You know what I'm
I
saying?
like Federico better, dude. That shit sounds sexy. You know
I'm gonna
what I
just say
mean?
Filipino
Good.
Flash because Nonito
Word.
Dinero retire. Okay,
That's right.
this is the
That's
new
right.
one.
New one.
Take it
New
over.
one. New and improved.
Deric, thank you for joining us on the We Out Here MMA, not podcast, but show, but now podcast. Dude, first of all, Alex, do you want to intro Deric? Like, is there something I missed or something? Do you want to give him a proper intro? How
If
you know
people
each other?
don't, yeah. So back in Arizona days, I went to a school called Lagos Elementary. So I went there from 4th to 5th grade, and in 5th grade, I was in class, Miss Seagard's class. You know, I became friends with this guy named Federico Flores, and we literally caused fucking havoc in that goddamn class. So we made the teacher retire. We got in trouble all the time. We used to steal apples. We used to turn off the lights, make everybody scream. We used to
Blew up that microwave.
yeah, we blew up the microwave. I made him push me, and I knocked off all the stuff all over the teacher's desk. But anyways, we've been friends since 5th grade. It's the longest friend that I've known my whole life. So 5th
Oh
grade.
wow! So you guys are OG. This is like
Oh,
a real
yeah.
friend. This is an OG friend.
OGs.
Bunch of hooligans, dude.
And then
pranking
Deric-
everybody.
yeah. First of all, also, where did you go to school? An apple orchard. How many apples could you steal from a classroom?
No,
A lot.
You know, so it was
Cafeteria.
from the cafeteria. So what we used to, right after
Oh.
lunch, we used to do silent reading. And our teacher used to be like, oh, no, everybody's quiet reading, whatever. So me and Deric, we'd run back to the cafeteria real quick and steal a couple apples. And then we used to sit with our head on our desk like this and then just eat the apples. And then some bitch ass motherfucker told on us one day, and then we got caught.
Lame.
No.
Deric, any stories about Alex back in the day?
Oh man, I just remember playing pickup games of basketball. I remember it was like me, him, 3 other cats, and we faced like 20 dudes, and we used to just like
Shit,
we
you guys had
stunted on that
three on
game.
20?
I swear
Bro,
to God,
yeah.
dude. Us all under 5'6", just killing it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we used to play like touch football, always ended up to be tacked and shit.
Yeah.
Cool. Which then it turned into
always
touch
had-
butt.
Yeah, it really was
the best
touch
kind.
butt with the girls, all
Yeah,
that.
no, huh? Bro, I got a
Remember
crazy
that.
story for you guys.
Yeah,
Real
hit me
quick.
with it.
So like I said, we used to get in so much trouble in Miss Seagard's class, right? So we used to have something called Field Day or Turkey Day. I don't know if you guys remember that shit, where you guys had a bunch of events
It's called
Like-
Thanksgiving, but okay.
No, what you know what I'm talking about, right? Field day or some shit. Like they had a bunch of shit, right? So, anyways, me and Deric had gotten in trouble, and our teacher she like prior to that broke her hand or pinky or some shit. And I remember
That's
she had a pink cast on and everything. But during that day, she was like, Deric and Alex, you guys have to hold my hand when we're walking around.
Oh
So
my
like,
god!
all right. And this was like a heavy set. She was heavy set, right? So we're walking, right?
Big
then-
breasted.
They were,
Like
like-
250.
Yeah, they're big, right? She always sweating and
It's called
shit.
heavy.
Derek Lewis? Okay.
But
Yeah.
so we're walking outside and in like by the playground, there was a huge tree with all like the the vines or whatever the fuck they're called, like stems or whatever, like popping out of the ground.
Roots. Yeah.
Nah, vines, bro.
Vibes.
Fine. So we're walking, and then so like she has Derek in one hand, me in one hand. All of a sudden, we both of our arms just go flying forward, right? And we're like, "What the fuck?" This girl tripped on one of those things, and like because she was holding our hands, like she fell like this, right? And then when she went to go catch herself, she landed on the pinky that she broke. And this girl was big as fuck, right? And then so like she fell, and she's like, oh, and me and Derek are like, oh fuck, bro, they're gonna think that we tripped her and shit. So like
The life alert.
yeah, everybody comes and we're like, we didn't trip her, we promised we didn't trip her, like all that shit. And then so yeah, that one was crazy because the ground fucking shook, bro. Like I swear on my life, like it was like a mini earthquake real quick. I was all scared.
So rude.
Damn,
the
yeah,
dust
you're
did
fucking
come up.
rude,
I'm
dude.
not gonna lie, you got like the most vivid stories. Mine are like, I did something, I kicked the ball, that's the end of it.
Oh, or
Alex
even-
goes into the most details.
Yeah, or the one time I'm like, hey Derek, I'm gonna walk by her desk, just push me real quick. So he pushed me and I literally with my arms like this
Everything.
wiped off her desk. Folders and everything. Boom. And she came around and I was acting like I was having a seizure. She's like, are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm just learning that you're just an
Oh my
asshole.
God.
Dude, fifth
You're
grade
a
was a
jerk
bad year,
off,
bro.
dude.
Fifth grade
Rough
was a
guy,
bad year.
man. Rough. Well, anyways, let's shift it back to the Filipino Flash. Dude, we want to know. We heard you have a fight coming up this weekend, but before we even get to that, I want to know, how did you get into the fight game? I'm always interested in how fighters, where they started. What was the first inkling of like, oh man, I really want to jump into this crazy thing where I get punched in the face? So, what was the beginning for you here?
Yeah, man. So, me and a couple guys, like around like freshman year, we would get together, after school, like drinking stuff, messing around, fighting in the backyard type of thing, wrestling, turn to grappling, turn to WWE, whatever you have it. And, next thing you know, we're meeting up like every other week, and then like weeks turn to months, and then next thing you know, we have like 6 different high schools like kind of involved with like I remember making a roster
fight
sheet
club,
of
bro.
like 80
Yeah.
dudes, different weight classes, wrestlers, football players, fucking tennis players, like you name it, dude. We had it. We even had like 1-on-4s, 1-on-3s,
Yeah.
1-on-2s, like crazy shit. And then I remember like just going through and having a couple fights in there. I was like, damn, like I remember I like saw a UFC fight for like the first time, and I like didn't know like that shit was like real. Like I always thought like WWE was
Which
it. I was, like, fake.
which fight was that? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember it was Leona Machida versus Rashad Evans.
Oh,
I
that's a
remember-
good one.
leg.
I remember like when I was watching that, I was like, yeah, so how does this movie play out? You know what I'm saying? Like I was
yeah.
like not sure. I was like, no, this is live. Like this is like real crowd. And I was like, I remember my boy Tyler Page, he was one of my best friends back in the day. And when his parents used to have me over for that, I was like, oh my God, like this is real. So I decided to follow him, my friend Bowen, my friend Ace, until like this LA boxing gym. And then, I remember that I have a story for that too. I remember I thought I was hot shit doing this Fight Club stuff, and I didn't know how to check a kick like at all.
Oof.
And these motherfuckers did not tell me how to check a kick. And I'm here running my mouth saying like, oh yeah, I'm like fucking 16-0 in the streets, like whatever, dude. Like, being fucking young. And I
That's a
remember
big
that-
deal, though. That's a big
Yeah.
deal. 16 and on the
I mean,
streets.
yeah, I was spunky.
Come on.
And I just remember
I saw him.
for like 3 days straight, I came in and I get the leg kicked out of me, and I didn't know. No one's telling me how to check. I'm turning my leg inward. It's like hurting more. I remember like the first 2 days, I'm like talking shit, and my boys had to like drag me out like the Passion of the Christ and shit, until I was
like it.
back. And then like I took my licks. And then I remember like the coach was like, hey, this is how you do it. Like the Mr. Miyagi fucking, this is how to solve your fucking problems type of shit. They kind of took me in. I couldn't really afford training. You know, I lived in like a town that was like pretty far from the gym that I was going to. And so they were pretty cool. Like after school, like I just mopped mats, and then I was able to be part of the club. And then like, you know, 2 months in, I remember getting like my first fight. I was helping my homeboy Sebastian get ready for his fight. Helped him. I literally had bought a ticket for him. Like I was like ready to support him. This full out. And then my coach Eddie Sanchez, he hits me up and he's like, "Hey man, like what you trying to do?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" I'm like prepping, you know, I'm prepping Sebastian, whatever. And then he's like, "Yeah, well, his fighter fell through and you're the only one around his weight." So
Oh wow, that's how it
like,
happened.
like,
Is that
and
legal?
they're like Sebastian fucking you know, sold like 80 tickets or whatever, like very small event, could have been like parking lot type of shit, you know. And I was like, fuck, you know, like I guess I gotta do it. And I remember it was I wasn't 18 at the time, and it was like these weird pancration rules where I couldn't have like a closed fist to the face. I didn't understand any of this shit.
For people listening, is that basic? I'm not exactly sure what the rules are. Nick, you can even jump into. Is that with open hand? Is that the idea of pancration?
Yes.
Okay.
So open hand to the face when it's on the ground, nothing but open hand to the face. You can like knee and you can head kick though.
So you can still head kick.
You can only slap though. You can only
with
slap.
shin pads, but yeah, like they were showing us like, you know, palms and shit, palm strikes like to the nose, how to fucking make them effective. And I just remember like I took that decision and fucking got a lot of boos. I had like my one boy Ace in the crowd saying like, "Si se puede, that's my boy, that's my dog."
Si se puede, that's my
brought all these other Mexicans, and I remember like after that,
you get no Pinoys? No Pinoys in the audience?
Nah, dude, I was
one?
around a bunch of Mexicans, dude.
I still remember that shit too, dude. Like,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
So Deric, let's talk about your fight coming up. You got a fight coming up on Friday, correct?
Yes, sir.
So who's this gentleman you're fighting? This is your third pro fight?
Ooh.
Yep, third pro fight. I just know his name, like last name is like Pagaoa. I know that he's out of Extreme Couture.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know that he's another Islander, and I know that, you know, we bring it to the fucking table, so I know I got a scrap on my hands. I know that he's very, you know, he's very comfortable when it comes to boxing. I saw his last fight 3 months ago. He got taken down every round. He made a couple of mistakes. I thought the guy that he fought jiu-jitsu wasn't that good, and I feel like I have all the tools necessarily to finish this fight. Like I don't plan to go into the third. So, yeah.
So call your shot right now. How's it gonna go down?
It's either gonna be I'll say it.
Hey, look at the camera though. Look at the camera. And
Oh, my bad.
Say it with your chest.
He's watching this right now, and also
like, don't embarrass me,
All
Deric.
right, so this is how I visualize the fight, yo. I think that he's gonna start strong in the first 2 to 3 minutes. I think he's gonna try to pull me into like the same kind of Extreme Couture. Like they try to just like pull until they get you hurt, and then they're gonna unload. I think for like the first 2 to 3 minutes, he's gonna come off hot. He's gonna come off wild, but I have a pretty good kick range, kick game, and I think that I can pull him into you know, takedown range, and I can make him overzealous as well. So it's just the battle of the draw. He's either going to draw me into his hands, or I'm going to draw him into the takedown. Within that 2 or 3 minutes, just looking at his past fights, around 2 to 3 minute mark is when he starts gassing out. You know, he comes off hot right off the stool. So around that time, like 3 minutes, he'll start like walking a little bit. And I think that's when I'm going to pick up the pace and look for the takedown. First round, I'm drowning him, making him carry my weight, you know, then like right off the second, comes off that stool fresh, or just drown him again.
What are you fighting at?
25.
25?
Oh yeah, all that weight.
Excellent.
Yeah, all that weight. Right?
125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely have this fight going into the second. You know, I plan on gassing him a little bit and just looking for the sub. I think he was open in a lot of places. I think he's an all right scrambler. You know, I mean, he made it to the pros, so he knows some shit, but I just don't think he's as efficient at jiu-jitsu as I am. So I think that's where I'm going to take this war, dude.
Yeah, he called you out, motherfucker. What are we gonna do now? Nothing. Filipino flash all day. All day.
That's it.
Now say
That's
everything.
the path to victory.
Now say everything you said in Tagalog. Go.
Fuck no.
Roses are red, violets are blues. Don't let a wild cube wreck you. Valentine's Day is just around the corner, my friends, and our sponsors at Manscaped are here for you with the best tools to get your balls, my balls, ready for the special occasion. This V-Day, it's time to join the 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming with our exclusive offer only here. Go to manscaped.com, use the code WEOUTHERE for 20% off and free shipping, Nick.
Oh, so do you guys know why keeping your balls clean during Valentine's Day is very important, you guys?
Why? Tell us something from your
No.
past. Tell us something from your past.
Well, usually around Valentine's Day, it's very romantic, and you go out for dinners and you buy gifts for significant others. And in that moment, there's some tensions are pretty high. Okay. And you're
Why
gonna do
are
some
tensions
pelvic,
high?
because you're gonna do some pelvic thrusting, and you're gonna need to make sure your junk is clean to avoid any issues. So make sure you guys get that lawnmower 4.0 and shave your pubes and stay clean and smell good, please.
Guys, listen, the number one product in this package is the Lawnmower 4.0. This electric trimmer is designed to trim hair on loose skin. And get this, the trimmer advanced skin-safe technology reduces cuts and nicks on your delicate ball sack. It even has a 4000K LED spotlight, so you can shave anywhere your heart desires. Like I did in the shower, but I kept the lights off because I want to take a dark shower, you know what I'm saying? And because it's waterproof, you feel me? And I'd like to propose making February 13th a national holiday, and it's called National Shave Your Goddamn Balls Day, okay? I think this one holiday and that men can get behind.
I love that, man. Go to manscaped.com. Use our exclusive offer of 20% off and free shipping with the code WEOUTHERE. Once again, get 20% off and free shipping with the code WEOUTHERE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code WEOUTHERE. Join Cupid and shoot your arrow with Manscaped this Valentine's Day. Yas, queen. Yas.
No,
where did you do your camp for? Where did you do your camp for this fight at? Because I know you're at your job right now, right? So you teach. What's your gym right now?
Yeah, so I teach over at Chandler MMA, down in like Chandler, Arizona, kind of like a mom and pop's gym. Has been around for like 15, 17 years. You know,
this is not Mike Chandler's gym, is it?
No, he's over in Nashville. But I am training out of Fight Ready in Scottsdale. Guys with like, you know, Henry Cejudo, Roman Salazar, Frankie Saenz, recently, you know, Figueiredo just did his camp out there. Whaley,
did you get to train with them at all?
Out there? Yeah, a little bit, not too much. They had a lot of their own people in, you know, but I got to see some stuff, you know what I'm saying? Didn't do too much live with them.
You gonna dye your hair blonde?
No.
That's the strategy, dude.
Hey.
That's what we think wins fights.
Yeah. No.
No,
It was the first time I'm getting my hair braided though, so that's a little different.
Yeah, I saw for the pictures. I was like, all right, damn, right.
I know, right?
I like that.
No, yeah, for back in the day, like, because I trained with Deric at LA Boxing for only like 3 months because I had like free 3 months. But yeah, the gym was cool, and then like I think UFC gym bought him out, right? And it kind of just like changed the whole vibe of it. But yeah, I still remember to this day because I had left. Like I was only able to train there for like 3 months, and then like they continued to train there, and then like it was like 4 months after that is when they had those fights. And I remember Deric be like, "Yo, I have to fight Sebastian." I was like, "Wait, what the fuck?" But Deric was there because I've told this story to people too. Deric was in my corner, my very first sparring match, where I was so fucking nervous. And then I remember going into the ring, and the guy was over there like in the corner, and I was like, bruh, I'm fucking scared, bro. And like I've been able to hit hard. Deric knows, like I've been able to hit hard since we were fucking kids. Like it's always been that way. So like obviously I was hitting this kid hard as fuck because I was like nervous, but he did the same shit every time, and he missed every single punch. I slipped it and he hit my shoulder, and I would just boom, boom, 1, 2, boom, boom, just over again, just fucking this kid up. Just boom, boom. And then I remember at one point, I still remember it clear as day. He threw it, I slipped, and I hit him with a 1, 2, and he did one of those things where he like turned around like this.
Oh, it's my favorite. That's my favorite defensive tactic.
And then so after that was done,
slip and turn.
After that was done, I was feeling all good and shit. And like we're around the ring, and I was coming around, and Deric comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, those guys think that you were lying." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "'Cause they think that you lied to them and said that this was your first sparring match, and obviously it wasn't." And then he's like, Deric's like, "He's mad you beat his fucking ass." And then I went up to the front, and he was like stuffing tissue in his lip and shit.
He was bleeding for sure.
Yeah, but we used to have what he was talking about. We used to have a fight club back in school.
Beat people up, dude.
No, what the hell, man?
We used to have a fight club, and I always tell people no one believes me, so I'm so happy that Deric's here, bro. these fools, because like it was mainly him and Tyler that ran it, but we literally had fucking papers, like rosters, like fight cards and shit before fights. And like we'd be like, hey, you have class with this person, see if they're down to fight this person, see if they're down to fight this person.
Sounds terrible.
We go to Sunray Park.
You're a fight promoter.
You're a fight promoter. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You go up to them like, hey, they just talk shit about you. Go to other dude. Hey, he just talking bad shit about you.
Yeah.
You better sling
I only fought, I think I fought Thomas. I fought Soda Guy, or not Soda Guy. I fought Christian Hernandez or some shit like
Oh,
that.
they were saying you fought
I
a,
remember
you,
that.
The
you
very
fought
first,
a Christian.
the very first time I ever,
I fought a 7th day.
sorry, I know I keep going on stories, but I'm reminiscing because it's the boy. But I remember, so it was the first time ever that I ever drank. And remember, it was a big thing, Deric. Remember, I was straight edge and I never drank, and so like it was like a big thing. So we go to Nick Hanaway, that's our boy Token. We go to his house and we started drinking, but I didn't like it. So like low key, I wasn't drinking, right? So I was just like, oh yeah. But then our homie Ace just fought this kid named Tree Fog and beat the fuck out of him. And then so we're back in the backyard, and then this guy named Christian, who I actually didn't kind of fuck with, honestly. He's like, hey Alex, let's fight. I was like, nah. He's like, no, don't be a pussy, let's fight. I was like, all right then. I remember telling Deric, and I was like, I was nervous because he was a soccer player. So I'm like, bro, he's about to kick the fuck out my legs, bro. So I just remember we're going, and then we both kick. We like lock up. I land, and I just threw an overhand, bro. I didn't even feel that shit land, but we were on a hill, and this fool starts running down. And I remember because Deric had to run and drag me off of him. I start chasing him. I grab the back of his shirt and just boom, just like 3 uppercuts. And Deric's like, stop, and pulled me off. He went to bout to me, was all fucked up. And then I think I fought the same day as Deric when we were at Sunray Park. That's when I gave Ricky the concussion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Deric fought like some guys from this rival high school.
Hey man, we don't need every goddamn fight that you fought.
So
in your
Deric
life,
weighed
all
in.
right?
I think Deric weighed
Shit
in.
out of everybody, dude.
Deric weighed in at like 345. I'm sorry. Bro, fun days though, bro. Fight
But yeah,
podcast.
Derek, I want to ask you one more question before we move on to the rest of the show. What do you have any fighter rituals? Do you believe in that stuff? Do you do anything? Even when you think about like pre-fight, leading up and during the camp, is there anything that you kind of keep consistent?
Yeah, so a bunch of new stuff that I've been trying out for this camp, because I my only pre-fight ritual was like I used to wear this like jacket that was like good luck, because like I lived away from my family, and over at my friend Ace's house, like they took me in one Christmas, got me a jacket right before one of my fights, and I've always worn this like kind of sweater every day, like, you know, when I'm in the back room. But as far as rituals and stuff, I'm just like, I'm pretty, like I take naps like pretty much until like I'm on deck, and then I get like a 15-minute warm up, and then I go in. But as far as right now,
your ritual is just sleeping.
Yeah, dude, because I fucking hate.
Good one.
I fucking hate, you know, like staying awake, and then like regardless of what happens on fight day, like you have nerves, you know, like you're just fucking doing this in your fucking head. So I just like kind of like waking up, getting not even stretching, just getting like quick fucking crack, and then just like, you know, ready to go. Wraps are already on. Eat a fucking Subway. I'm also known for eating like 30-20 minutes prior to fucking fighting, like dumb shit.
What do you
like
usually
fucking,
eat?
Well, last time it was like fucking pork fried rice with like, it's like all bad fucking grease and shit, like just dumplings and shit. Like it was just bad. I just
This
got
guy,
crazy
this guy's
cravings.
drinking.
And you felt pretty good?
I mean, I was all right, you know. Fucking that fight, I finished in like fucking 30 seconds. So it was
Let's
okay.
go.
Keep eating that pork fried rice, baby.
We gotta get you some more dumplings, dude.
All right, we're gonna send you dumplings. We're gonna send you dumplings this weekend. Just eating a shit ton of food from DoorDash.
Let's go. No, but right now I've been getting really deep into like, you know, breath work and premeditating, visualization, you know, positive affirmations. You know, like there's always gonna be negative self-talk, like no matter who you are, whether you're a fighter or not, and just learning to replace that with just, you know, positive shit. You know, so I've been doing that, and like this whole week it's been weird because usually like my emotions and everything are like fucking up and down, and like now it's just crazy how much more clarity and focus that I have, instead of just being nervous about he said, she said, what anyone thinks. Now it's just like I know what I got to get done, and I know the path to victory, and that's all I'm focused on, you know. And whenever I feel anxious or thinking about it too much, just breath work has helped calm me down. You know, simple shit. 6 in through your nose. I can't, because I can't breathe through my nose, but you know, 6 in, 6 hold, 6 out, and just try to fucking refocus type of thing. But yeah, that we were trying to do like mantras and shit and just writing down stuff like stuff you've done and stuff like, you know, you feel about yourself, you know, just more positive affirmations that when I do, like, we tried it out like during sparring, like anytime you get those nerves about who you're about to go with and stuff, just kind of like say it, calm down, just always puts me as of right now, like in the right state of mind to be able to not just fight, because fighting is pretty like kind of like subconscious, like you just kind of go and fucking do it. But now it's like I feel like calculated in there. Like now I could go step by step and tell you what the fuck I did minute 1, where I fucked up minute 2 type of thing. Like I just feel so much more conscious about it, you know. And I think all these breath work and meditation has really like elevated my game.
Awesome, man. I love hearing that. I love how you've taken it to the next level. So yeah, before we move on, can you just tell us one more time when the fight is, and do you know where we can watch it, and how the rest of the We Out Here family can support you?
Yeah, man. So I'll be fighting for Legacy Fighting Alliance. That'll be Friday, February 11th. It'll go on 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific. You can catch it live at Arizona Federal Theater, or it'll be on UFC Fight Pass under LFA Fighting. So be sure to tune in early. As of right now, I think I'm the last card on the undercard or the prelims or whatever. So yeah, right before the main event, I think kicks off at 8 p.m. my time. So I'll probably be fighting around 7:30, 6:30 your guys' time.
Nice.
Let's go, baby.
Watching,
Let's go.
That's it, son.
Filipino
That's it.
Flash. Let's go.
Hey, next fight, we're about to have that We Out Here sticker on those trunks, baby.
No, that means we
cool.
that means we have to
Love
pay
repping
like
guys.
$5,000. So no.
Hey,
So
I used to
Board it right now.
I used to sponsor
Tell you
Deric.
that.
I used to sponsor Deric a lot and a lot of his amateur fights. And I think the first pro fight, right? Before I like stopped doing Gorilla Gang. But
It's just I thought it was just your name.
no, I used to
Alex Acosta.
for Gorilla Gang. I used to sponsor him before I just like ended Gorilla Gang. But yeah, I used to get his trunks and everything.
So we're gonna move on to our fight recap, no cap. This is where we recap some fights from this past weekend. And you know who doesn't do breathing and meditation is Sean Strickland. That guy just yells at people and he's angry all the time. So we're gonna talk about the Hermanson Strickland fight. We'll keep this one quick. We'll start with you, Nick. Any thoughts on the fight? Sean Strickland, Jack Hermanson, the Joker. What do you got?
I think as far as like the stand up, he did exactly what we thought he was going to do. But I just wish he, just like everyone else, we kind of wished we saw some of the antics a little bit. I want to see him talk a little shit. I want to see
A little
him
more,
take
right?
a little bit more chances at least, because I felt like he had it in the bag. But at the same time, when you got to secure the win, you got to secure the win. But I feel like Sean Strickland is more than capable of that performance, and his takedown defense looked hella good, bro.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see he answered that question. But then again, like Jack Hermanson's setups for those takedowns are a little, a little sus. But I think for the most part, it's like, because I expect more from Jack Hermanson. He's a fucking he's a stud grappler, and I felt like I don't know if those shots that he actually took were like really trying to get the takedown or if they were just setups for the hands. But that's what I wonder at least. But yeah, I wanted to see them scramble on the ground a little bit. I wanted to see the wrestling exchanges.
See what happens.
Yeah, it was a good fight though. I think it was a smart fight by Sean Strickland. He did what he had to do to secure the W. So what you got to do.
Alex, can you remind me who you had for this fight?
I think. I chose Sean Strickland. I thought I was the only one that chose Sean Strickland too.
Yeah,
I chose Sean.
Did he execute how you? Were you happy with his performance?
Yeah. I mean,
play a little matchmaker too, and give me who you want for Sean next.
I think he, like Nick was saying, I think he kind of just did what he needed to do to win. But yeah, like I mean, like the whole thing with Sean Strickland though is like the way he talks, right? He's like, I want to kill somebody. I literally want to kill somebody, and
I have killed someone. Here's the evidence.
Yeah, in the preview, he's all talking about like everybody wants to be a hero in this game. I'm a fucking villain. I don't give a fuck. Like all this type of shit. And like, yeah, I mean, I wish he would have took a little bit more chances, because I think like after the second round, I was kind of like, yeah, Hermanson's striking just looked off that night. Like he kept throwing the same combo. He would lunge in with the body and then come over with this huge overhand, and Strickland was blocking this shit all day. Strickland's jab looked really good. I just wish, I wish he would have done a little bit more because honestly, I think he probably could have finished Hermanson. Hermanson looked a little scared of his power. If I'm not, like every time like he would throw, Hermanson was kind of like even looking down a lot of the time. So I'm like, man, if Strickland just pressured and put it together some more combos, and then like the shit talking, he started shit talking at the last 10 seconds. Right here, pussy. Come on. I'm like, bro, do that shit. Like that's you. So like do that shit through a whole fight. You were fucking this fool up the whole fight. And also, I know I talked shit about Sal D'Amato a couple fights ago.
You did.
He was the one. He was the one that gave Hermanson the fight. I told you this guy is fucking. He can't be judging anymore, bro. Deric, if he's on your car, let me know. I'm about to fly out there and just.
He is. He's the head judge. He's the head judge for his fight.
Nah, fuck all that shit. But I think give him Marvin Vettori. I think that's a good fight. Marvin Vittori's boxing is really good. He's a southpaw, so it's a little different for him. And they're both like really good boxers. The jabs are going to be really nice. And that one, you're gonna see whose combos are better, and then plus Vettori has a good ground game, so I'd like to see that fight.
I like that one too. Deric, did you get a chance to watch this fight?
Yeah, so that's actually the only fight on the card that I watched. There was a couple of like interesting things. I mean, number one, I think the whole fight was based off Sean Strickland's jab. I think it's very interesting when you have somebody at middleweight that can kind of, like do this shell kind of thing when he blocks his body kicks, the way that he leads his body back and accepts those body shots, but none of them are getting through. I think he dictated the range pretty well, but I think the biggest draw on the whole thing is that he led Jack Hermanson into a bunch of traps. Like he just kind of backed up a little bit and was just kind of popping him. And anytime that he set that right hand, like it was damaging. Like at the end of the second when he dropped him, I thought that the fight wasn't going to go all five, to be honest. But Jack Hermanson, just talking about him too, because you did say something about the takedowns. I thought his entry wasn't so bad, and the way that he changed to the single was good. I just didn't think he had anything else after that, as far as any of those changes, like going to the back or anything, any wrist control, wrist riding. But talking about his striking, he's one of those strikers in MMA where it doesn't look like the top half of his body matches his bottom half. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe he's walking over himself, maybe he's like walking, gliding, but like his top half is doing like some weird rock. And then as he's doing this, his head fucking movement doesn't even look like it matches his top half. Yeah. So I already knew right off the back, like with how crisp like Sean's jab was, anytime he wanted to land that right hand, it was just money for him. Jack looked like the last two rounds he was he was just going for broke. He was desperate. But going back on him talking shit, it is funny that he did that in the last fucking 10 seconds. And if you notice when he did talk shit, he also backed up when he put it at the ground. So I mean, no fucking brownie points there, homeboy.
He's like in the middle, and immediately goes to the
and then
exit.
he fucking backs up twice, and I was like, dude, don't fucking do that.
I know. Then he called Hermanson a pussy because Hermanson did like a fake takedown with an overhand. You pussy! It's like, bro, you're running away. What is he fucking supposed to do?
Dude.
Yeah. So, Deric, play matchmaker for me. What kind of Alex said Vettori? Is there a middleweight fight that you'd like to see Strickland be tested in?
That Strickland be tested in?
Yeah. What's his next fight?
Shit, man. I mean, fuck. I'm just thinking about the homie Calvin Gastelum right now, dude. I mean, fuck. Anyone matches up with him. He matches up well with him. He's gonna try to use that jab, but I know that fucking Gastelum can make that shit dirty. So it'd be interesting to see someone who could chain a lot better than Jack Hermanson.
Nick,
tough, durable.
Nick, did you get a fight for that Mr. Matchmaker? Nick,
I really liked what Alex
Vettori?
said. I like Vettori, and I also like Kelvin Gastelum. That's a really good fight. I think that's a good general like next logical step for him would be that. Maybe Marvin might be a little higher up there, but I don't know. I think either one is viable.
I say give him John Jones, see what happens. Give him John Jones.
You know what? Step up to two.
You know what? You're gonna call people pussy? Fight John Jones.
You know what's crazy with Strickland though? Real quick on it. He said they kept saying it on the broadcast too, but supposedly he doesn't hit mitts. He doesn't do bag work. He doesn't run. All he does literally is spar every single day.
That's gonna catch up to him eventually.
Yeah.
I mean,
wasn't Strickland that dude that he went with that ADCC guy and then
and then front kicked him?
and then front
kicked
got all mad.
Shit.
I know,
Yeah.
Mister. I'm a killer and shit. It's like, bro,
Right,
like, like, chill. Like, he does it a little too much. Like, I can understand if that's his thing, but like, he be saying some wild shit to the
you
point
know
where you're
what?
kind of like, it kind of
Boys,
seems fake.
I take it all back. I want to see Mouth. What's his name? Called
Kevin
Trailblazer.
Holland.
I would love to
Oh,
see
Kevin
Kevin
Holland.
versus Sean
Ooh.
Strickland.
That'll probably be
I would
nice.
love to see that shit.
Yeah,
They're
that'd be
talking some
cool.
shit to each other at the PI.
Oh,
apparently.
yeah.
Do you guys hear
Oh,
about
yeah.
that story?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, Nick,
They were
fill
like
us in?
beefing.
A little bit.
They just were John at each other back and forth, but it's just like, it's just not.
Strickland told Kevin Holland that if they were in prison, he would be able to take him from behind if he wanted to.
And what if Kevin was
That's
like,
funny.
"That's fine. I'm coming out today."
He's like, what if I want you to take me from the
What if
back?
I want you to take me? I love you, Sean. I love you. All right, guys. Any other? I mean, that was like the main fight, obviously the main card fight, the main event. Any other shout outs?
Dude,
I didn't really watch.
Shavkat. You see that dude, Shavkat
I missed that fight.
Rachmanov, the dude from Kazakhstan?
Oh, that's
Oh
right.
yeah, bro. The
Except
guy
with
that
Victor.
wears the cool
Bro.
hats, bro.
Ooh, he's nasty, bro.
Yeah.
He is nasty. He's special. He threw like 3 spinning back kicks, landed flush right in the dude's stomach.
Let me
Like,
ask
he
you-
just took him
Let me ask you
apart,
right
bro.
now.
Took him
Hey,
apart.
more upside than Hamzat or what?
Hey, I think okay. So he's this. I think Hamzat is the Islam Makhachev of this division, and I think Armin Sarukian is equivalent to the Shavkat guy. I think Shavkat is going to be up there. I think if he continues on this path, bro, he's going to be
okay.
up there.
I
He's
swear to
sick,
God,
bro.
Nick.
He's real nice. He's real nice.
That is literally what Nick looks like when he's drunk. I swear to God, dude. A little more
Just
chest
purple, though.
hair,
Hey, just purple.
a little eyes tighter.
This dude is nice, man. He's real nice. We'll see what happens. He's from
Oh
Kazakhstan.
shit! It was a first round. I didn't even see that. I thought that was
No,
later.
they went unanimous.
This one was pretty cool too because this was supposed to be the original Ultimate Fighter Tough 29 fight. And then Trayshawn Gore got finished. Dude, Trayshawn Gore was talking so much shit. And even like when they're doing the announcements in the fight, he was like, hey, keep that same energy. I'm gonna knock your ass out. Watch.
Right.
And then like Brian Battle won. So it's like, all right, but like
And but look who really lost. Brian Bell had to pay for another tattoo. He had to get a little tally mark on that. That cost some money. So
hey,
jokes
Trayshawn
on Brian
Gore, though,
Battle.
bro, he hits like a truck because he hit him in that second round and dropped his ass. And I was kind of nervous, but other than that,
There were
man,
some
yeah,
good
it was-
fights on
it was
here.
a good fight.
John
so.
Castaneda was a good fight too. John Castaneda against Miles.
Oh, Miles
John.
Judd. Yeah.
Yep. Dude, that was a good fight
That
too.
was on. Did you have
That
any
was a good
teammates
fight.
fight this weekend, Derek?
I don't think so.
Okay,
Yeah, no, not this one.
for sure. Yeah, it was a decent card, honestly. It was entertaining. I watched it. I'm not gonna lie, some of the fights I was playing Call of Duty, but shit, you feel me? Like I gotta get my duty in. Haha.
Yeah.
Hey, man. He's like, no, no, man. Well, that's a waste of time. All right, guys, let's get to our We Out Here morning news. Audio is so loud today, Alex.
So loud. It's so
Bro,
loud.
I
dude.
barely turned that shit up, bro.
Dude, it's like peaking, dog. Why do you do this when the Filipino Flash is here, man?
Bro,
Ugh.
God, sorry,
All
man. Our
good,
show's usually
all
better
good.
than this.
Derek, I have a question to ask for you in between our
Yeah.
segment. Do you watch fights regularly, or do you kind of like because you fight all the time, because you train all the time?
True.
Is it something where you're just like, I don't even want to watch. I just want to focus on my shit only.
I have to feel it. Like I'll go like 3 weeks without watching fights, and then I'll have like 2 days where I'm just doing nothing but fucking watching tape
Yeah.
and stuff. But I kind of have to be in the mood with it. I can't be
Yeah.
watching it at the bars. I can't watch it with certain people that, just uneducated about it. You know what I'm saying? Like girls be fighting, they're like, oh, fucking dykes. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't
yeah.
be,
Yeah,
around
for real.
ignorant people when I'm watching it.
I like this guy. I like
yeah,
this guy. a
I'll
lot.
have to be.
That's
I'll have
real,
to be
though.
in the
People
mood
be-
to do it, though. Because
Yeah.
when I'm watching fights, like I'll watch a fight and then replay the fight maybe 2 or 3 times because I'm looking for patterns and I'm like trying to look at tape. Like I'm not really just trying to like watch anymore. Like unless I'm watching like some fucking Derek Lewis fucking heavyweight shit, then I'm just trying to see some motherfucker bang out. But
Yeah.
like I'm really just trying to break down fights now. I think something that I've been doing like the last 2 years, like efficiently. I remember I sat down over at like Henry Cejudo's house and he kind of like broke down like his version of like the art of war and how he likes to break down tapes, explain to me how he broke down Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw, how he set for that and how he set his strengths to their weaknesses. And so when a guy like take notes on how he did his camps, I'm starting to do that, applied it to this camp. And that's just the way that I'm seeing tape now, man. Seeing where their strengths lie, and just trying to break them down there.
I loved that fight when he beat the fuck out of that cheater and just knocked that cheater out and just
Boy.
fucking. Ooh, that was
right behind that ear, dude.
Speaking of Triple C, you obviously Henry Cejudo. So I gotta ask, the hot take question is Mr. Cringe as cringe in real life?
No, man.
He's like, that's honestly just an act,
dude,
and he makes a lot of money.
He's actually a dude where fucking I could have some real heart to hearts with him, man. He's a good dude. I think he's very smart about how he, conducts his business in the game. I mean, shit, he's killing it, even though he's been retired for 2 years. Hot boxing, all these sponsors, doing wrestling for them, all sorts of shit, man. He's always on a private jet going somewhere, dude. So he is killing it,
Yeah.
But yeah, someone that I value a lot in my life, and I've taken a lot of notes.
That's awesome.
off of him,
That's awesome to have that guy on your team, man. That's a fucking big deal. Huge deal.
Yes. Speaking of big deal, this is piece of news is pretty big deal. Chad Mendes claims he'll be getting $600K for his BKFC fight. Yo, that's crazy. That Chad Mendes, out of all the fighters in UFC, Chad Mendes is going to be making over $500,000 in a fight. Well deserved if he's getting that.
Where
just because
are they getting this money from?
I
dude?
don't understand where BKFC is getting money. Probably, I have no idea. But dude, applaud, claps to his management and Chad Mendes finally getting his money and his paper. Wish it was in the UFC, but it's not. But damn, $600K.
That's the same amount that Francis Ngannou just got paid for his title fight.
Isn't that crazy?
The heavyweight champion got paid $600K, and then Chad Mendes is going to go fight in BKFC, probably in somewhere like in Indiana or Tennessee, in like a freaking Farmville, and gets paid $600K for it. It's fucking.
Well,
crazy.
that boy should just finish out his contract, which I think is done. He should just fight fucking Fury for
Hell
fucking
yeah.
whatever 400 million.
Get your money.
Like,
Get your money.
get your fucking money.
Hell yeah.
Deric, have you seen any of the BKFC fights?
I've seen like clips of some. I watched like a whole card. I think that shit's wild as fuck. I don't think there's a crazy touch out. I don't think it's really technical. You know what I'm saying? I just think
you don't think it is?
Fuck no,
Scrapping.
Bro, you have like 49-year-olds fighting like 60-year-olds and that shit. You're just like, they just try to get. Did you see that? They try to get Melvin Gillard. Yeah,
14 fight loss streak.
Yeah, so
streak.
The commissioner actually was like, yo, this guy hasn't won a fight in 14 fights. We're not letting him fight on a fucking fight card. Like, that's the type of fights that they're putting on.
Honestly, when you talk about Melvin Gillard, that makes me actually sad. Like, that guy, I used to watch that guy all the time, and just to see what happened with his career after the UFC, it's like, damn, no one really takes care of these guys.
Fuck no, dude.
And he was just used as a fucking stepping stone for all these other guys in his career, man. Like, Izzy fought Melvin Gillard before.
That's crazy.
To the UFC, and he like knocked him out, and then he goes to the UFC, which is so nuts.
It's because he didn't.
The name he used.
Look, hot take. He started losing when his hair wasn't blonde. That's all I'm gonna say.
Deric, bro, you gotta dye that hair blonde before.
No.
No, you know what? No, because
There's
because
something
I
to
ain't
it,
with
dog.
this shit, and I know Derek's about to win on Friday, so don't dye it blonde because they really think that if your hair is blonde, you win. I don't buy that shit.
I'm gonna say this: Derek Brunson, baby. Derek Brunson all day, baby.
Hey, Alex is at the barbershop
come
with me,
back.
and he goes, "Hey, Omar, can you dye my hair blonde?"
Yeah, but
This
I'm not
fucking
fighting,
guy,
bro.
bro.
I'm just trying to look good because I'm trying, I'm trying to be out here, ha, you feel me? Like, yeah.
Dude, think about Alex with blonde hair, just walk around going.
I can't.
Everyone's like, "What's wrong with that guy? He's on drugs."
Maybe. Fuck.
But yeah, Chad Mendes, $600K. I like it. I hope other fighters that they just want to make some paper, go do that. Go get your money.
Derek, how much money would you take to do a BKFC fight?
I mean, he did it for free. He's 16-0, bro. For free.
No, I'm talking about paid. I'm paid.
Paid? I mean, shit, dude. I really believe that that's some like real brain damage shit. So I mean, fuck, dude.
This guy's smart. See,
What's your money?
50,
What's your
50K,
price?
100K plus. I mean, it just depends on who else is Yeah, I would say minimum 50K at least, dude. That gotta be some bonus shit. Fucking putting.
Yeah.
Fuck
You
that.
know?
I'm your new manager. This guy, Filipino Flash, is not taking a fight at BKFC unless it's
That's the right
250.
answer.
No.
$250,000. You're not, hey, dude, you're not fighting for 50K.
Yeah,
All right.
dude, fuck that.
Quarter, baby. All right. Next piece of news. Julia Pena and Amanda Nunes will be the next tough coaches. Guys, I like this actually. This is good. I think this is good for both their careers, especially after the last fight. Amanda Nunes moving to a new gym. You got. I'm assuming we're going to hear her story about this whole thing, and probably Julia Pena is going to talk shit about that on the thing. So I'm actually excited for this, and I think it's going to be good for MMA, getting some new beef started in that division. Honestly, Deric, have you any thoughts on Amanda and Julia Pena? And a tough. Have you watched the tough? Would you do a tough? Actually,
I don't know if tough is worth being away for whatever 2 to 3 months just at a chance of, you know.
Yeah.
Because like who's gonna cover like the pay for like what your bills don't stop and shit.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, it just depends. Like, I mean, I'm a smaller flyweight, so if they did open up a strawweight division, I'd be there 100%. Just because I do believe I'd be like already top 10. But as far as like tough, going back to tough, I just want to talk about the fight about Pena and Nunes. I just think Nunes fucking gave up. To be honest, I think the second time around, dude, I think Nunes is gonna fucking knock her block off a little bit. I think that was her first fight back at bantamweight, and it was probably like a bigger cut. And she just did, got a hungry up and comer like Pena, waiting for her fucking shot, putting it down like that. But I didn't think that she was, let's say, clean enough to do it again. So we'll see. I also think that like when it got to the ground, there wasn't really a big showing on the ground. That choke wasn't it. She just tapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can replay that video over and over. And like it was before she even fucking had a squeeze in. You know what I'm saying? So I would put my money again on Nunes, like if it ever came up. I'm interested for the show. I think they're doing like what, bantamweights and like what else?
Heavyweight.
Heavyweights and women flyweights.
Yeah, I think Kamar Usman's brother.
Female heavyweights?
Yeah, female heavyweights. It's a new
So
weight
Gabby
division.
Garcia, the only person
No,
on
I'm
both
joking.
teams.
Gabby Garcia versus herself.
Male heavyweights, and then I heard that this year they were talking about, or what's his name, Ariel Helwani talked about maybe he thinks that there's talkings of opening up an atomweight for women.
Yeah,
I think Michelle
do that,
Waterson all day.
Yeah,
instead
I
of
caught wind of that too.
Instead of 145, man, they should just do 105. They don't have any fighters in 45 right now for women.
Yeah,
but my thoughts on this, it's like, it's cool. I want to see that fight. I agree with Deric. I mean, we talked about it when the fight happens. Nunes just didn't look there. Like it was weird. I think Nunes in the rematch is probably gonna beat the shit out of her. But I'm not. Why not just push back the Jorge Masvidal and Colby fight? Like they booked that, and the fight is in 3 weeks, bro. Like it's very soon. Why not push that back and make them the tough coaches?
That would have been money.
That would have been so much better. But instead, we get them, and it's just like it's
not bad though. It's not bad. It's a pretty good for the story. Of what happened.
Yes, but like the story with Masvidal and Colby. Bro, that season would have been insane. Bro.
I think that fight's getting canceled. There's no promotion for it.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It's weird.
Like, I get weird vibes about it. When I saw you at JK the other day, I said,
you did say that to me.
Yeah, I was like, I feel like it's not gonna happen for some reason. I still don't believe it yet.
There's like no hype around this. I'm like, this could be the biggest fight this year in terms of just like story.
I guess why I feel this way is because of what me and Deric just said. I just think Nunes is just gonna. It's not disrespect to Juliana Pena, even though it kind of is, but like, bro,
you fight her, Alex. You fight her, you pussy.
Hey, bro, these hands is fucking nuclear bombs. No one can handle these motherfuckers. I just think Amanda Nunes is just gonna run through her. So it's like I'm not that excited for it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even excited for the fight. So then it's like, why the hell would I want to watch you guys as coaches on the Ultimate Fighter? Like,
but I mean, that being said too, it's like Amanda's been winning so much, been at the top for so much. Like, probably wouldn't say on her last leg, but like, is it even inside her to like want this back? Like, she's already the GOAT, female division as it is. Like, even she can come back and start her real quick, but like, maybe the desire just isn't there. like as much anymore. You know, she's
Yeah.
not that like she doesn't have no points to prove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She beat everybody. Everyone
Looks-
already says you fucking beat her again. So it's like,
Look,
I
you
mean,
guys
you
are
know.
you guys are all whack. Julia Pena has the best hands in all of MMA.
Oh my
Fuck
god.
And the way that you guys are laughing, you guys are against
Hey,
women.
who
and I
has
hate
the
about
better
that biology.
striking? Juliana Pena or Alexi Olenek? Oh,
Fuck, I have to go with Alexi
Alexi
Olenek, bro.
Olenek.
Juliana.
Alexi Olenek is literally the worst striker that's ever graced the octagon. I don't know how he's whatever.
That's
But
rude, bro.
And
Yeah,
the
but
next piece of
who's closer to the age of 95? Alexi Olenek or Julia?
yes.
Guys, John Jones. I feel like this news has been floating around, but I think it might be getting closer. John Jones looking for a fight with Stipe Miocic. So we might as well just do some early predictions on this. Do we think John Jones, first fight in the UFC heavyweight division, has a chance against Stipe Miocic? Nick, what do you think?
I think he beats Stipe, dude.
Easy or a little challenge? Be careful. Stipe's watching.
I think he beats him pretty decisively.
Wow.
I think so.
Give me a little bit. Why?
Well, Stipe is getting a little older. You know, he took a lot of damage in his last fight from it's obviously Francis, but I think John Jones can do. And also too, Stipe depends on what way he comes in. I think the lower he comes in, I think it's more advantageous for John. But I feel like he could win everywhere. I think he can win the striking. He could win in the wrestling if he needs to. He could dictate the pace of the fight. And I think that's the reason why John Jones would be able to win the fight. I think he's John Jones. He's the GOAT for a reason, you know? So I don't know.
Not the
I'm gonna
goat
say
anymore.
what I
Usman's
feel
the
about
goat. Just saying.
And also, I'm gonna say a name right now. Matt Hamill. That's all I'm gonna say, Nick. Okay.
You know
Matt
what?
Hamill.
I think John Jones fucks up and throws 12-6 fucking elbows.
12 to 6 on
I
Stipe?
think that's what happens.
He just has trauma. He's like, oh shit, I forgot. Deric, how do you feel about this? We've talked about this fight actually not too long ago, and I was saying John Jones, from what I've seen, he's gained a lot of weight, he's gained a lot of strength, but to me, he looks kind of sluggish compared to some of the other heavyweights like Cyril or Francis when they throw hands. That's just what I think from what I've seen from a distance. We haven't seen him in an actual fight, so I can't really comment fully. But what do you think? Do you think John carries that speed with the new added weight and the power to defeat someone like a Stipe?
I think Stipe is kind of like on his last leg. You know, he needs a fight like this. I think that I think John Jones isn't as good of a matchup because he is younger. I don't think John Jones is as fast as, you know, what he used to be. Like, think of his last couple of fights, how sluggish he was, not lying on his feet. You know, against like Dominic Reyes or something. My biggest concern when it goes to like switching weight classes and stuff is will your chin hold the same at that weight? Because you're no matter if you put the size on or you get adjusted to your body, are you able to throw the same knockout punch that you can at light heavyweight? You know, it wasn't like John was putting these guys out like before. Stipe could be like a little slow, but Stipe also got ready for like Ngannou and like did take a couple shots from that, and he's just been a heavyweight. So I think that Stipe is going to be a lot more durable than we give him credit for. I think that if John does win this fight, it's definitely going to be out of youth and wrestling. I think he's doing some sort of you know, like wrestling thing first to kind of test out how he performs at this new weight. I'm curious to see how that goes, and then you know, then we'll see like if he's able. I'm also just curious about his gas tank, like after like 2-3 rounds of chucking heat or moving around as a heavyweight too. You see those videos where he's, you know, sprinting, getting adjusted, all football player. Like, but I want to see how he feels when he's really going against someone that is considered the GOAT as his first fight. You know, I think a smarter fight would have been like a fucking Razor Blades or fucking, you know, Derek Lewis or something. But like Stipe and Ngannou, I think he should have had a tune up a little bit just to see, you know. But hey, he's the GOAT for a fucking reason. He takes challenges for a reason, and you know, fucking either way, I'm gonna watch that fight. But I don't think he's gonna put Stipe out with strikes. I don't think that.
So your official prediction: John Jones wins
Through wrestling, yeah.
There you go. I got two words for you too. Matt Hamill. Alex,
Yep.
what do you think about Joe Rogan and all the allegations right now with the N-word?
It was all out of context. No, I think what's gonna happen is the first 2 rounds are gonna happen, and then like the camera's gonna cut to Jones's corner, and then round 3, all of a sudden Matt Hamill's gonna be standing across the octagon from John Jones, and then John Jones is gonna lose in the 3rd round. I'm just joking. I think it's
I almost
weird.
believed you. I was like, oh, okay.
I think people sleep. Yeah, like what Deric said. Stipe lost to Ngannou. And so I think people kind of sleep on Stipe a little bit still. I don't know why. I feel like no matter what he does, people sleep on him.
Even when he was winning, dude, people were sleeping on him.
When he was winning. And, he is getting older. But honestly, I feel like Stipe can win, bro. He's light on his feet. He has good boxing. And he has good wrestling. I mean, he does, the whole thing with Jones, it just depends, like what Deric was saying, how he looks, how his cardio is going to be. Stipe's fought at heavyweight. That's where he's always been. He's used to it. He has the cardio there. He can move around at heavyweight. I'm really curious to see Jones because he's gotten really big. Like he looks really big, I should say. I haven't seen him in person, but from what he was saying, like he doesn't want to fight until he's like 260 or some shit. You're like, holy fuck,
right, relax, dude. Yeah, seriously.
So,
The big boy.
honestly, everybody knows I'm a huge Jones fan, but I honestly think Stipe can win that fight, man. I really do. I think he can pull it through with just really good boxing, and I think obviously Jones will get a couple takedowns, but I think Stipe will be able to defend a couple, and I think just hands wise, he's going to be better than Jones. Jones, obviously, with his like little oblique kicks and shit, he's second to none with that, right? He's like one of the best at it. But I think with Stipe's hands, I think honestly he can do it. And he has power, bro. He really does. So I think Stipe right now, where I'm at currently, just because of what I've seen, and I know Stipe at heavyweight, and I've seen him fight at heavyweight, I think Stipe will win.
Alex, I'm gonna actually go with you, man. Stipe, let's do it. I just don't think I really don't think Jones is going to be able to carry the weight like he did at 205. He's going to be surprised by Stipe because everyone sleeps on that dude, and he's a champion. All right, gentlemen, we're going to close out this show, of course, with our quick pick picks. We got the Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker fight. So there's a bunch of fights. Adesanya. There's a bunch of fights to get through. So if you want to do some analysis, make it quick and choose your fighter. Let's help some people out and make some money. All right. I almost said heavyweight. Middleweight rematch. We got the last Stylebender and the Reaper, which I honestly did not know that was his name. The Reaper.
Bro, show some respect on his and goddamn
The Reaper.
Is he the Reaper? I always say
it's the Reaper or Bobby Knuckles was his
Bobby
OG
Knuckles.
Name.
I know him as Bobby Knuckles.
No,
Bobby Knuckles is way sicker. I don't know why I like that.
The Reaper. It's like when Rory McDonald changed his name to like, what was it? Like White
Red,
Angel,
Red
Gorilla,
Devil or
Red
some shit.
Plague, the Red Wedding. He changed his name.
Yeah, ridiculous. All right, Alex, we'll start with you. Who do you got? Pick it, man. This is it.
Man,
official picks.
I've just been a Whittaker fan for so long, and I think he's made adjustments. He looks really good in his last fights. He stopped his whole jumping forward, jumping back. That's what he did in the Izzy fight. He exited forward and always exited back the same way with his hands down. You'd even see it in the next fight. Every time he exited, he had his hands on his fucking face. I just really think Whittaker, I think he's going to win the decision. Honestly, I don't think he's going to finish him. I don't think if anybody's finishing someone in this fight, I think Izzy finishes Whittaker, but I just think Whittaker is going to take a decision by playing smart, using low kicks, doing his blitzes, but exiting at different angles, not straight back, and just being really smart with his striking. And then I think he's going to throw in some takedowns, not maybe get them, but just throw them in there just so Izzy has to worry about those. And I think he wins the decision.
Nick the Ear, what do you got?
Man, I kind of think Robert Whittaker's looked a little bit more well-rounded.
Guys, what are you doing here?
Than over Izzy, and part of me is feeling like Robert, but
ooh, okay.
This is a really hard fight because I really like both these guys. I think for the storyline, I want Robert Whittaker to win, and I think he can pull it off this fight. And I think it's going to be similar to what Alex said. I think it's going to be really close. I think the first couple rounds are going to be really feeling out processes, but I feel like Robert Whittaker has his boxing looks really good. His and I think he could leverage his wrestling in a way to be able to maybe not take him down, but to mix it up enough to be able to land on Izzy this time. So I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think I'm gonna go Rob, dude. I'm going for Rob.
my
God.
I can't believe I'm saying it, but I'm going. I think Rob.
All right.
I have a feeling.
Kuya Flores, what are we doing? Are we going karate? We're going Muay Thai, bro.
Y'all tripping, dude. I got Adesanya all
Let's
day.
go!
Adesanya all day.
That's why you two will never be Filipino like us. You don't get the fucking game. Tell them why, bro. Tell them why.
I just think he's obviously on a whole another level of striking. I think that he's not done trying to go up to like 205. You know, I know you said he's going to come back down and just like keep clearing out the division, whatever. But I also think in the meantime, he's really trying to put on the weight. I don't know his life. Maybe that's my guess, you know. And I think that if he's a little bigger, and even when he wrestled Jean, like he was just like a little, like he was stuck. But you could tell, like, if he just had a little bit more on, like, he probably could have, you know, done some things. And with Robert Whittaker is taking, you know, a playbook out of fucking John's playbook, whatever. I don't think he has the weight like Jean did. So if you try to implementing that game, I think Izzy's just gonna, if he does get taken down, he's just gonna pop right back up into a clinch battle with him. And I just don't see. Again, I don't know. Whittaker has to fight a perfect fight. Type of shit for him to win. Adesanya just has to clip you. You know what I'm saying? So I got Adesanya all day on that one.
Oh, wow.
What's your reason, Gil? What's
my reason? Is because you guys suck and Flores understands fighting.
You guys suck.
That's my reason. Honestly, look, I think these fighters are actually evenly matched. Even though the first fight went to Adesanya, but here's the difference: the mental game. I truly do believe Adesanya, even though Robert's so cool, calm, and collected. Adesanya, I really feel like has one on him, like in his head. He really does have one on him with like the memes, the jokes, the shit that he says. Robert plays it cool, but I really do feel like Robert feels emotional about this fight. Yeah. Any other fight, Robert's like, I don't care, it's just a fight. I'm having fun. I know for a fact he's going to this emotional Adesanya all day. Yeah. Let's move over to the co-main. The co-main actually is a tough one for a lot of us.
This one's hard.
We love both these guys. Great stories. They're fun. Deric Lewis, Tai Tuivasa, aka Shui. Alex, start it. Let's go. Let's finish it. Wrap it up.
All right. I thought a lot about this fight.
Think quicker.
I have to go with my boy Tai Tuivasa.
Oh my god.
I think Tai Tuivasa. I feel like we've seen Deric Lewis give up and quit in a lot of fights. He does have heart, but we've seen him kind of just crumble at that. The only issue with me that I'm really nervous about is Tai gets hit, but man, Tai has power too, bro. He's put some people to fucking sleep. And I just think that he's a little faster with his hands. So I'm going to go with Tai. And this fight right here is such a even, like it is like down the middle. But I just think Tai has that little bit of an edge with that little bit of a speed advantage. So I think Tai is going to get this fight done. I'm saying about second round TKO.
Oh, wow. All right, Nick, what do you got?
I think Deric Lewis is going to probably win. I want Tai to win for the sake of the storyline because, you know, Deric already had a shot. And I kind of want to see Tai go through the rankings.
New blood.
But I think, I want to see the new blood. And I think Tai could crack him with the tighter shots. And I think he has a decent enough of a chin to maybe survive like a couple of shots from Deric Lewis, maybe, but I can't even say that with confidence. So, and Deric Lewis just has so much experience in the UFC.
Pick it.
So I'm going Deric.
Damn,
it hurts me though. It hurts me.
You switched the last minute.
I said that from the jump.
Filipino Flash, hit me with it.
Yeah, I got Tai Tuivasa speed advantage. I think if Deric Lewis gets it done, he's going to draw him in. But I think Tai is going to be a little bit better on the angles and the dictation of the fight. So I'm going to give it to Tai.
And sorry, Gilbert. One last thing is I just thought of this right now. Tai Tuivasa has some of the nastiest leg kicks at heavyweight, and Deric Lewis don't check kicks. I just thought of that right now. Tai Tuivasa is like solidified right now, bro. Let's fucking go.
Okay, cool. But also remember this: you can say all the analysis you want about someone fighting Deric Lewis. But what happens every single fucking time? Derek Lewis fucking
Defies the
punches
laws
and
of
defies
physics.
logic and MMA understanding. So you got to
For
go with your
real.
boy. Do it for Popeyes, if anything.
Hey,
Derek
I'm
Lewis.
tired. I'm
Yeah.
tired of picking against Derek Lewis
Because you're
and then
wrong every
losing, bro.
time, dude.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do it anymore.
All right, guys, we got Jared Cannonier versus Derek Brunson.
Oh, shit.
This is a big step up for our boy Cisco.
Yes.
If he gets this, he's in the mix to fight Adesanya again. I do believe that 100%.
Hey, skip me, bro. You already know who I'm picking.
You always like gemstones, so you're going to go with Jared Cannonier. I know that. But Alex, who you got?
Honestly, I gotta go with I'm going with the AZ guy in this one. I'm going Jared Cannonier. I know that he's not at Derek's
okay.
gym, but he's still out in AZ. I usually always go for the AZ fighters, and he's
Long?
really good. He has
Long?
really good cardio. His takedown defense is decent. I know Robert Whittaker did take him down sometimes, but his striking is good, bro. So I think Jared Cannonier is gonna win this fight by decision.
Nick, I'm kidding. I know you're going for Cisco, dye your hair blonde, Derek Brunson all day because you picked against him every single fight too. So
Nope, I always pick. I've been picking for Derek Brunson, and I'm on a winning streak with this dude. So I'm
Look.
fucking following my heart.
let's go, Derek. Who you got?
Yeah, man, I got Derek Brunson too. I'm just basing it based on like performances. I think that Derek
blonde hair.
Brunson, like something clicked. Yeah, it could be the blood hair.
Yeah. I just want a little acknowledgement.
I
from
wanted a
the
little bit of
provider.
acknowledgement for that, and I respect that from a
I
pro
just want
fighter.
a little bit. I'm fighting for it.
Yeah, he's been mixing it up real well. So I think he has more tools to win the fight. You know, so I'm gonna put it to the guy that has a little bit more options.
And
But I
honestly,
mean, Cannonier can get it done too, man. Like honestly, like shit, it can go either way. But
let's
I'm
be
gonna put it on
honest.
Brunson.
Yeah, when has a Derek not picked a Derek? So let's go.
Shit.
Derek Brunson all
Shit,
day.
let's
It's
Hey,
kinda-
but they spell it different though, so
it doesn't matter.
right.
Same sounding shit. Okay, fuck you. Kyler
Ooh,
Phillips
This is a fight.
versus
This is a banger.
Marcelo Rojo. Alex. Oh, you know this guy?
Is Marcelo Rojo? Is that the dude that just finished his fucking debut with like nasty ass fucking elbows and shit?
Yeah, he
Is that
fought
that
at
guy?
145. Yeah.
All right.
No,
okay.
he lost. Yeah,
Word.
he lost.
He-
He fought for Combate.
he's the guy that goes.
Oh, okay.
He's the
okay.
T-Rex
yeah.
guy. Remember the T-Rex guy?
All right. Word.
Hey,
Yeah.
you already know who my pick is too, Gil.
Yeah,
I'm
anyone
going
that fights-
Marcelo Rojo.
Anyone that
Alright.
fights for Combate.
Let's go.
favorite-
Let's go.
Because Nick,
He's a
all his
sweetheart.
friends fight there.
This guy's a sweetheart, and I was happy to see him be in the UFC, but it sucked he had to go up at 145 last minute. So I want to see him. in his weight
Marcelo
class.
Rojo.
This is a tough fight though. Kyler Phillips is fucking
He's so
stacked
good.
too, bro.
He's good.
He's hella good. I think Kyler Phillips is the better pick, but I'm going Rojo all day.
Alex, you said Phillips, right? I feel like you always
Yeah,
go Phillips.
I got Phillips. I think honestly, I think he's really good. I thought he won that Julian Pava fight.
Yeah, for real. He
um,
got robbed, bro.
but I think Kyler Phillips, or Kyler Phillips is really good, man.
He's so good. I love
Yeah.
him. Even though he lost recently, but he's good. Derek, who do you like on this one?
Yeah, I got Kyler Phillips, man. Dude's too talented. Honestly, the way I see the fight goes, like if Kyler takes his time, he's gonna finish him. 100%. Because I think he's
So-
one of those guys that's just like likes a lot of spitting shit, you know, kind of wild and orthodox. I love that, but I think that if he was just a little bit more methodical in his approach and not just, he looks like, you know, sometimes you're just playing multiple or button mashing on a video game type of shit. I think if he just took his time, he'd get the finish. So I'm gonna go Kyler Phillips.
Let's go. Nick, you suck. Last one, guys. I mean, fan favorite. I feel like we've been following this in Strike Force. Bobby Green.
Bobby.
Versus literally looks like Husmar Paul Harris lookalike.
No, it looks
nah.
just like
Plus
Kelvin
Kelvin.
Gastelum.
Looks like Kelvin Gastelum.
Yeah.
With Husmar
Alright.
shoulders. Come on.
Low key, they kind
Yeah.
of do like a
It's
hot
like a
little-
combination.
They had a baby.
For sure.
For real.
Alex, hit me with it. Who do you want?
Man, I gotta go with Bobby Green, bro. He's
Day.
been looking on point these last couple fights.
Boxing, man.
Hospra is really fucking talented though, bro. Like he's really, really talented. He's fast. But man, I just feel like, you know, I can't go against Bobby Green, bro. He's local, you know, he's our local guy out here, bro. And he's just been looking really good. His hands look really good. He fought against Rafael Fizez, bro, and that fight was close, man. Fizez is a
fight he's had
beast,
in a
man.
while.
So I just think Bobby Green's gonna win a decision.
Nick, Bobby Green.
Bobby Green. You already know.
Of course, yeah.
Oh yeah, I do Bobby Green all day. Sorry. Yeah.
Bobby
Fan favorite over here,
Bobby
dude.
Green,
I'm watching
Bobby
that
Green.
guy box.
I just want that guy. I really do want that guy just to get a really good streak going, get in the mix. He's just really fun, and what a career he's had so far.
And a life, bro.
yeah.
His life is crazy, bro. Like,
Oh yeah.
he's had such a crazy ass life, man.
And then I just want to give a shout out to the undercard. Just Andrei Arlovsky still fighting. He's still holding it down for the old dogs. And then Alex is one. I feel like Alex's favorite fighter, Roxanne Modafferi, is fighting too. So let's go. Choke someone out. Choke someone out. Let's go.
Definitely not my favorite fighter, but this fight right here is really good right here.
Oh,
Alexander. Yeah, that one's a really
Alexander
good fight.
though, dude.
Yeah, I didn't say it was a good fight because of him. I said good fight because Moicano go by the win. But and then this is this Carlos Ulberg is
CKB, right?
Yeah, he's the guy that it was so hyped up, and then he got knocked out by the other guy. I forget his name.
This is a good card, man. There's a lot of good fights on this.
Really good fights.
Yeah,
dude, I love this.
Very
well, guys,
good.
those are our picks. Go make some money or lose money. Gamble responsibly, but just do what you got to do. That is the end of our show. We just want to shout out and thank once again a new friend here of the show. The second Filipino to ever grace this wonderful screen.
Yes, sir.
So, thank you for holding it down, sir. Repping strong. Deric Flores, aka the Filipino Flash. Well, actually, is it Filipino Flash or the Filipino Flash?
The Filipino Flash.
Oh, it's a proper noun. It's a proper noun.
Watch us fight Friday night.
Real quick. Actually, is it
6:30 p.m. UFC Fight Pass?
Did they announce
That's
it? The Filipino Flash, Deric Flores, or is it Deric the Filipino Flash?
Yeah, Deric the Filipino Flash Flores. Yep.
It's like Alex acting like he's never understood how a fight nickname works ever.
Bro, no, because you can choose if you want it before or middle.
You don't choose. Someone gives it to you, okay? You know this. The coaches give it to you, dog.
I know, but like when the announcer, you can tell them how you want your name said.
That's true. Anyway, it doesn't matter because guess what? Deric's going to be having his name read by Bruce Buffer in probably a year. So we look forward to that.
Hell yeah.
Look forward to that. Deric, can you hit us your handles really quick before we go?
Yeah, man, at Filipino Flash MMA on Instagram. My Facebook got hacked, so don't try to follow that. And I don't really fuck with Twitter, so yeah, hit me on Instagram, guys.
Guys, go follow this man. Show him support. Let's let's get this guy to the top. Let's ride these coattails, okay? So we can get a famous fighter on here more regularly.
We go to the PI.
Yeah, we just want to go to the PI with you.
We want to get fight kits. You know what I'm saying?
Make sure you follow Alice at Lifka, Nick at Nick the Air, myself at Gilbert. You can watch Alex on episodes of JK. Nick is a regular at JK News. You can also see both those guys on Genius Brain. Sometimes you can follow me at Tiger Belly and at Gilbert's and some other stuff. Make sure you follow us at We Out Here MMA on the Instagram, and also use the code We Out Here, manscaped.com/We Out Here to get whatever percentage off that Landscape 4.0. I said Landscape. Yeah, this guy's here. I started talking like a Filipino. I was like Landscaper. Landscaper.
Oh yeah.
We love you guys so much. Alex, hit the music. Let's get out of here.
We out here MMA, not podcast, but show.